Happy weekend, everyone. I'm Kristen Joe.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Okay, it is the weekend.
Yes.
And that means that perhaps we will go do some grocery shopping.
Yes.
And how about you? How do you do your grocery shopping?
Actually, I have a very small grocery store next to where I live.
Yes.
It's like at one of those small neighborhood ones.
Little.
So I probably go every other day to that.
Oh, good.
Just
That's
walk by
great.
it. And then the extra stuff, the fancy stuff, I have to get online.
Yeah. Fancy. Like, what's fancy to you?
The kind of more international spices and stuff.
Yes.
Because the supermarket I go to, it has like
all the basic Korean stuff.
And like maybe a basic pasta. Like that sort of stuff it does have. But if I wanted to like, I don't know, any kind of spices that are from, I don't know, Mexico or whatever.
Totally.
It might be very difficult to get,
Right, totally. And sometimes I even have to order it from the U.S. Yeah. So groceries, which is basically grocery shopping, is going to the 마트 or supermarket to buy your food.
Yes.
And today's topic is the astronomical cost of groceries in the U.S. Now, even in Korea, inflation is everywhere.
Yeah.
Even in Korea, going to the supermarket, produce, vegetables, fruit, everything is just very high.
Yes.
I do like this word, astronomical.
Yes.
It reminds me of the word astronomy.
Right. Astronomy.
Yeah.
천문학, right?
Yeah.
So astro here is talking about the stars.
Yeah.
And what I've learned in science is that the stars are very far away. They're very high up there, right?
Yes, they are.
So we often use astronomical to talk about prices that are very high.
That's right.
Numbers that are very high.
So, everyone, if you hear this word astronomical, it is not just high.
Yeah.
It is like space high.
Yeah.
It is that high.
And it's because in astronomy, when you're studying the universe, you talk about huge numbers. 50 billion quadrillion miles away.
Right.
There is a star that is 1 million kajillion pounds heavy.
Yeah.
Like you just have these huge numbers in astronomy, which is why we use this when we're talking about large numbers.
Yes, that's right. All right. So, catch a break. Okay, we know take a break.
Yeah.
What is to catch a break?
This means you're in a difficult situation and something lucky happens so that it gets a little bit easier for you.
Oh, very good. How about lay bare something? So lay, L-A-Y, and then B-A-R-E, lay bare something.
So this is to reveal something. Something was hidden and now it's in the open.
Okay, very good. And the last one, I think this is pretty easy, to drive up.
To cause an increase.
Okay, to cause an increase. Let's go ahead and listen to our article about the cost of groceries in the U.S.
When it comes to the post-pandemic economy, Americans can't catch a break. Although job growth is up and overall inflation is down, food prices are still high. A recent map published by an economic research firm lays bare the reality of the high price of groceries in the U.S. On average, American households spend $270 per week on groceries, with the high being $334 per week in Hawaii and a low of $221 per week in Wisconsin. Shipping costs and the refusal of companies to lower prices after the pandemic are the primary factors driving up prices.
Okay, please check out the Power article on page 44. And if you look at the Korean translation next to it, astronomical is translated as 어마어마한.
Yeah.
Which is great. That's
really
basically 어마어마하다. Yes, that's right.
Giant.
Yes. When it comes to the post-pandemic economy, Americans can't catch a break. Now, of course, after COVID, it's been very difficult. And there's been inflation, right? And things have been prices of houses and food and everything has really gone up. they haven't been able to catch a break, Americans. But I don't think it's just Americans. I think it's people worldwide.
I think most countries in the world have been having a hard time.
Absolutely.
Right?
All right.
So this catch a break, or in the negative, we often see it as cannot catch a break.
Yes.
This is talking about whenever nothing good happens.
Yes.
Something bad happens, and then another bad thing happens, and then another bad thing happens.
So we can't take a break.
Yeah, there's no relief from the bad situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So we will often say like, man, I just can't catch a break. You know?
Yeah.
I lost my job.
Yeah.
My car broke down.
Oh my gosh.
And like now my child is sick.
Oh no.
Everything's going awful.
Oh, right.
So we use this phrase to just say nothing is going well.
Yeah. And it's like, I need a break. I can't catch a break.
Yeah.
It's a very useful expression, isn't it?
We can say, for example, I finally caught a break.
Oh, you finally caught a break.
When
That's
things
good.
were really bad, and then something lucky eventually happened.
Yeah. And isn't it true that, you know, when it rains, it pours, like, especially bad things, it just nonstop for a little while.
It's not one bad thing.
Yeah.
It's a billion bad things.
Oh my gosh, so you can't catch a break. All right. Although job growth is up and overall inflation is down, food prices are still high. Okay. Although is our power pattern.
Yes.
Yeah. Although.
So this is signaling that you're going to contrast something. So it can be although good thing, but bad thing. Or although bad thing, but good thing, right? In this case, we start out with the good things.
Good thing.
Job growth is up, inflation is down. Those are good things.
Yeah.
But food prices are still high.
Okay.
So putting this although in the beginning, you're already telling the listener, hey, there's going to be a switch. There's going to be a change.
Yeah, right.
Right? Okay. A contrast will be coming up.
Absolutely. Okay, so then let's continue.
A recent map published by an economic research firm lays bare the reality of the high price of groceries in the U.S.
Okay, so this research firm lays bare the reality. Okay, so what is this firm doing?
Right, so let's break this phrase up. Lay, of course, is to put down, right? Often to show. Bare here, B-A-R-E, is related to the word naked.
Naked.
No clothes.
That's right.
Right? So we do not use this for, you know, just we're not actually taking clothes off of something. It's saying something was hidden and now we are taking it out of hiding. We are putting it in front for everyone to see with no decorations, no anything attached to it, just as it is.
As it is.
A naked truth.
A naked truth. And that is also another expression, naked truth.
Yeah.
There's one thing about truth. If it's naked truth, that's it. Yeah. That's the final truth.
Right. No hiding it.
No hiding it. Yeah. So here it lays bare the reality of the high price. So, people may have felt, I feel like it's, you know, things are expensive these days, you know, like, everything's kind of expensive. But they're making it official.
Yeah, they're revealing exactly how it is.
Okay. And so they are laying bare the reality of the high price of groceries. And we talked about the word groceries, but just quickly.
Groceries are your food items you're often buying. So it's your fruits, your vegetables, your meat, right?
Everything that you need to like sustain yourself.
Right. The actual food you're putting in your body, that would be considered groceries.
Okay. On average, American households spend $270 per week on groceries, with a high being $334 per week in Hawaii and a low of $221 per week in Wisconsin. So it's just saying, well, America is a big country.
Yeah.
So depending on places, it's a little bit different, of course. Shipping costs and the refusal of companies to lower prices after the pandemic are the primary factors driving up prices. Okay. Shipping cost is adding to this.
Yeah.
But ultimately, what's going on?
Companies maybe have the option of lowering prices, but they're saying no.
No. I know. Once it goes up, it's very hard to come down.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, if we are in a capitalist country, you know, oftentimes you can't force a company to change their prices, right? So if they don't want to bring it down, customers are stuck paying that price.
Right. And that's why it has driven up the prices. So to drive up prices?
So to drive up prices means to force something to go up.
Yes, force it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is causing it.
Right, it's causing it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
When it comes to the post-pandemic economy, Americans can't catch a break. Although job growth is up and overall inflation is down, food prices are still high. A recent map published by an economic research firm lays bare the reality of the high price of groceries in the U.S. On average, American households spend $270 per week on groceries, with the high being $334 per week in Hawaii and a low of $221 per week in Wisconsin. Shipping costs and the refusal of companies to lower prices after the pandemic are the primary factors driving up prices.
Okay, let's jump into Power Note on pages 46 and 47.
Okay, let's begin with our first expression, catch a break, which means that you can get some relief, you can take a break.
Yes.
From so many of the bad things that are going on. Okay. Did you hear about Rick? After he recovered from the flu, he broke his leg.
Poor guy. He can't seem to catch a break.
Like you mentioned earlier, you have one thing, and then another thing, and then another thing. Okay. With all that's happened this year, I hope I can catch a break next year.
Yes. So this is whenever, you know, you have a really bad year and you're just saying, man, I hope next year is not that bad.
I feel, you know what, to be honest, Cameron?
What?
These days, I feel like we just can't catch a break at all.
Yeah, there are not
the
many...
way things are going, the way the world is spinning, it's just like, that used to be back in the day. These days, it's like one thing and then another thing and then another thing. It's constant survival mode.
Yes. I like that phrase, survival mode.
Survival mode.
It does feel like you can't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
Because maybe you do have something good that happens, but you're automatically thinking, okay,
what's coming up?
The next bad thing was what's happening.
Yeah.
Right. So this break, of course, you can talk about like getting rest or whatever. There is a somewhat related term about a celebrity getting their big break.
Ah, yes.
Yeah? So let's say you're an actor or an actress in Hollywood, for example.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of small jobs, you're working really hard, and then maybe there's one movie.
That audition
that makes you famous.
Right.
That would be called your big break.
Big break.
Right? Yeah. And that's where things were hard. Maybe they're still hard, but at least now you're a successful actor or actress, and you got lucky.
Okay.
Yeah. That
good.
One big lucky moment.
Yeah, that's right. So it can be lucky in that context. But if you're like, oh, I have all these bad things and I can't catch a break, then it means you don't have time to rest.
Right.
Okay, lay bare something means to reveal, to show something that we didn't know before. Why do people in the crowd boo you during your speech?
Because I laid bare the lies told by my opponent.
Ooh, so you lay bare someone's lies.
Yeah.
Yeah, lies are hidden. No one knows. Shh. Yeah. And now you're exposing it.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe you have evidence. You're like, see, I have this tape recording. They're lying.
You know, everyone records.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta be careful.
It's true.
The book laid bare all the environmental harm the factory did for 50 years. Again, so you can see that in many of these examples, they are exposing something.
Yes. So you'll often hear this from like investigations or reports or interviews, these types of things where new information is being revealed to the public. you would say that things are being laid bare for all to see.
Okay. So, do you feel like it's usually these lies or these damaging reports that are being laid bare? Usually in the negative, because it is true. You're kind of exposing.
Right.
You're showing what has been hidden.
Right. It's usually lies and things like that. It doesn't have to be. Like, you can lay bare your emotions.
Your soul.
Your soul.
Your heart.
Yeah, it's where you're kind of opening up and telling someone how you really feel.
Right.
And that way, I guess, it's not lying, but it was kind of like you were hiding it.
Right.
And now you were going to let other people see what you were thinking or feeling.
That's right. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be just your emotions.
Right.
Your pure emotions. To lay bare your heart.
Right.
It's
very dramatic, though.
It is very dramatic,
yeah. You wouldn't say, like, I laid bare to my mother what I wanted to eat for dinner this evening.
Oh, no.
No, it would be something much deeper.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. To drive up means to cause something to increase. What do you think is driving up food prices?
The bad weather resulted in a poor harvest, so there's less food.
Okay, so poor harvest, weather conditions. There are many factors driving up inflation.
Yes.
And we all feel that.
Yeah.
All of us. Mm-hmm.
We've got these things that are kind of economic in nature.
Right.
But for example, let's say children, they can drive up your blood pressure.
Yes.
If something causes stress, let's say you have like loud children playing when you need to like focus.
Yeah.
And it just like makes you...
Yeah. But just general stress at the office can drive up your blood pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cause to increase, right?
That's great. I think everybody can relate to that. Okay. Although is our power pattern. So basically when you start, you're going to introduce something good and then bad, or bad and then good.
Yes.
Although he confessed to the crime, the detective didn't believe he did it.
Ooh. So this is like the opposite. You think the result is going to be one thing, but it went the other direction.
That's right.
Although it's warm today, it's supposed to be cold tonight.
Again. Right.
Yeah.
It's warm, but it's cold.
Yeah. You're contrasting two different things.
Okay. And do check out our vocab, which is groceries, on page 48. And what else should we do, Cameron?
Please go to Audio Hakdang, and for a small monthly fee, you can listen to this show. We actually have a few other shows on there as well.
Yeah, we do.
And if you want to listen to other teachers have great content on there as well.
Absolutely. There's so much to choose from.
Yes.
Okay, everyone, thank you all so much for studying with us this past week. And we hope that you have a great weekend. And join us again for another week of Power English next week.
Yeah, see you then.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.